Today we are going to talk about the V controller with the new vbar V8 version. Few minutes, the setup is ready. It is very simple, very easy, and very friendly for all the pilots. Hi everyone, and hope you are all doing very well and wish you all the best ever in your life. So guys, I'm so happy and so excited because I am back again to you. But today I'm going to talk about the V controller with the new vbar V8 version. Now I'm going to talk about the main features that everybody is using. In example, the main rotor with the setup. So now you can see the expansional. This is normal, what you see before. Agility, this is normal, what you see before. But now we have the stick direct. Stick direct will help you to make the connection between the stick to the helicopter. So as much you increase, the response will be much faster than the standard one. Like let's say if you are 80, it will be faster. If you are 47, it will be less. It depends about what the pilot needs. Also, what happen, an example, if you are 112, let's say we go 120, it will give you the half automatically the half. But maybe some pilot, they will not like to be in the half, like 122, then the stick direct will be 61. Easy, you can leave it. This one 122, then you can increase or reduce, and this thing will make the helicopter much more faster if you like to fly a very hardcore 3D. So now let's jump to control response. So guys, some people, they don't understand exactly what the control response give you. It depends. Now I can feel when I am increasing the control response, the helicopter will be more robotic. So if you reduce it, it will give you a feeling like more soft. If you increase it, it will be more to robotic style. But it depends, because you can do the combination between the agility, stick direct, control response. So now maybe some people will think, okay, I don't like to feel a helicopter will be a robotic. No problem, you can reduce it. Or if you want it a little bit robotic, let's say 50, then you can go to stick direct, you increase it to 70, then you will get a different combination of feeling. So those three, if you play with them, they will help you to give a very different flying style of your helicopter. For me personally, it depends about the main blades and the motor I'm using. Sometimes if I'm using a bigger motor, I try to play with those three to get the best result. So if I am using some heavy blades, I increase the control response and I will give it more little bit. Then the stick direct, it depends about the feeling. Is it good or not? So maybe I can go more or less. And now with the V8 version, you can play with the gain a lot. You will not have the wobble, like it will help you to make the helicopter feels very different on the air. But again guys, it depends about the pilot, what he like and what kind of electronic, because every time when I'm flying, if I'm using lighter blades, I always try to reduce the gain. If I'm using sometime a little bit heavier blades, I increase the gain. I'm talking about myself personally, because maybe some other pilots, they fly with a different setup. So with the new V8, you have more option with the gain. Normally I use here 70, example, the stop support. Stop support, it depends. You can increase it or reduce, because it is the way when you stop the helicopter suddenly. This will help the helicopter to stop very sharp before you hit the ground, in example, or while you are flying. And it depends. And my advice for you guys, sometimes you can play between all those numbers. In example, 25, you can make it 15% exponential. The agility, you can increase or reduce. But those will be a game changer. Again, before you guys forget, always this one will give you half 124, 62, but then you can play and change whatever you want. Then you do the combination, expo, agility, stick direct, whatever is good, you can feel the helicopter on the air. So all the other things, stop support we are using, I just told you. Now let's jump to the tail rotor. So guys, now I am giving you only very simple and easy things that anyone can do very fast. So now the rotation rate, you can see you can reach to 200. If you want, you can go to 200 because it is available for you. But it depends about the pilot. 200 is crazy number, okay? It depends about the pilot. Then there is something, the control response of the tail rotation rate. Here, if you go an example to 100, the sharpness of the tail will be crazy high. It will be a very different. But it depends. Some people, they don't like to have a very sharp tail, so they want it very smooth. They can leave it to 30, or if you want it very sharp, you can go very high. But it depends about how you fly and how strong your helicopter is, because if the belt of your helicopter is weak, sure, this is like very strong and too much. And also we can see the gain 78. It depends. Some helicopters, if you are using a different tail blade, you can go 50, 56 or 58. But I think this is normal thing that you have. And like what you see, other things, I'm not changing anything on this helicopter. The governor is like before. And there is some extra features that is, for me personally, I'm not using them for flying, because for me it is the very important point is the flying. There is one thing I really like. The V controller with the new vbar V8 version works with the nitro very well. So stable, very crispy, very accurate, the tail so sharp, and the response is really good. Because you know guys, the nitro always different than electric helicopters. But with the new V8 vbar system, the nitro is like epic on the air. And I'm going to show you a demo flight with the nitro and electric also. For me, I'm every time changing the setup. I never follow one setup because I'm using different helicopters, different main blades. Every time I'm changing servos, bigger motor, smaller motor. And every change depends about even the area where I'm flying. Some area like have very high wind, some areas no wind. So I always having a very different setups. Like today, if I'm using 112, tomorrow maybe 118. Sometimes I go little bit less, little bit higher. But it depends, like especially with the gain, if the place is different. But what I really like about the V8 vbar system with the V controller, like easy to do the setup. At the same time, the standard setup come from the factory. You can plug in and fly it very easy. Like you can do the setup standard. You only need to increase the governor, like it will be 40, 50, 40 or whatever. You make it 70 in example, then you fly. The helicopter will be very stable for the beginners. And let's say you don't like the setup. Yes, for sure, it is so easy. Like you can just go like this, change the numbers or whatever, main rotor, like go, let's say this one, go up, down. Few seconds, the helicopter will be ready with the best setup. So every time, because I'm having problems sometimes, if I crash my helicopter, then we fix it, I need to do the setup again. It is so easy for me, like at the flying field. 5 minutes, 6, 7 minutes, maximum 8 minutes, the helicopter ready with my top favorite setup I am looking for. Guys, if you have any questions, you can write me in the comment and I will do my best to help you and reply to you. The very important thing, today I talked about the features that you need them for flying. I didn't talk about many things that this radio has. It will take a lot of time and I don't want to make the video very long. Guys, thank you so much and wait for my next videos. So guys, now I'm going to show you like a very simple setup, very easy, very soft, nothing like for the people who would love to fly with a soft setup. So you can see it. It is so simple, very stable, and easy for anyone to fly. So now I did some changes with the control response, also stick direct, and the agility. You can feel the difference. 1, 2, 3. You see how different. So it depends about what you guys want. One spot. So stable, very fast. It's crazy, and you can go more with the cyclic V8, my friends, V8. And guys, now we will jump to the tail performing. At the same time, even the tail, if the tail fast, the helicopter in one spot. What I like, you can see the tail is so sharp, so strong. At the same time, the helicopter in one spot, so it is holding. And there is something, even if I increase the head speed, it's still very sharp. And look, let's say it like this. If I'm turning the tail, you can see the tail. High head speed, low head speed, the tail is so sharp, very strong. Now I'm going to fly my Goose Sky RS7. Short flight. This is the normal flight I always do, just to show you the sharpness of the cyclic and the tail unit while I am flying. The good thing now with the new vbar V8 system, I like it because I can go a little bit higher head speed with any problems. It is so good with the higher head speed. So let's go and fly. You can see the helicopter so sharp on the air. Look, look, look. Sharp is the system. It is so sharp. I can control the helicopter very easy. You can see the helicopter is so stable, so sharp, very crispy. You can fly it in one spot. You can pyro. Look at this. Even if the wind is high, now it is a bit windy, but no problem. Look, so nice. Yep. Woohoo!